Spirit. Those in darkness who are aware of their poverty and says, I want something different. I don't want the darkness of death. I want the promise of the kingdom of heaven and life. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Now, in the darkness, all you know is that you're beaten and whooped. Once you come into the kingdom and you go, I didn't know this. They didn't tell me about the Shabbat. They didn't tell me about the festivals. They didn't tell me about the ways of life. What have I done with my life? Blessed are they who mourn, for they will be comforted. How comforted? Shown the truth. Blessed are the meek. When you realize it's not by my merit, but it's by His grace, His gift that He gives us, His stuff, His cleansing, His calling us His own, His filtering, His forming on the potter's wheel. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. That's the day that the earth was brought forth. He says, heaven and earth are mine, and I give it to whoever I choose. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Like the shofar is filled with breath, the menorah is filled with oil to bear fruit. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy. I'm watching you. The way you treat one another is the way you will be treated. Like a pendulum that swings, that's what you've done, it comes right back. Evil for evil, blessing for blessing. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Elohim. Ark of the Covenant, meaning the altar of incense, was right in front of this side of the veil. The Ark of the Covenant was on that side of the veil. When the veil's parted, you see right into the place of the presence of Elohim, of the Almighty. The pure in heart, the ones who, as sweet incense before Him, talk with Him, walking humbly with Him. For they shall see Him. And blessed are the peacemakers, having done all this, having chosen life as opposed to death, having learned His ways and filtered them through, having believed His promises, having walking the course, the constant pattern of doing justly, loving mercy, walking on with Him, with the hope set before you. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Elohim. That is our hope. That is the desire. That's set before us. That's the Beatitudes. After this, see this, the kuf throws you back into the darkness. Not only to take you up into the other elevation, but it's this overview that also throws you back around. So this whole thing is like this wheel, right? Throws you back out there, where you're back in the midst of the daily life, where he says, blessed are they who are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Anyway, there's the Beatitudes mapped to the pattern. So now, let me address this. If this is the covenant, what's the door? If this says understand the door, understand the covenant, if this is the covenant, what's the door? What's the door to the covenant? Well, there's a pretty simple key to the door. Yeshua said, I'm the door. This is Yeshua. Understand Yeshua. Wait a minute. No, Jesus said I'm the door. Well, who's Jesus? Is He the guy? Is He the guy that changed the Sabbath day from Saturday to Sunday? That did away with the 7 festivals and gave us Christmas and Easter? Is He the guy that saved us from a list of rules? I heard it preached on the radio that Jesus saved us from a list of rules. Is He that guy? You don't understand. You don't see. Who's Yeshua? Here's Yeshua. The Ruach HaKodesh is Yeshua. He follows the orchestrated, prescribed, holy, kadosh path of the wind, as it were, the breath of the Almighty. If that's Yeshua, then you see that this is the catch-22. As in the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. That if you understand Yeshua, you'll understand the covenant. If you understand the covenant, you'll understand Yeshua. But if you don't see them both, you have neither. If then, to understand the door is to understand the covenant, after that we can what? Kuf Zadi. After that we can Zadi. After that we can do righteousness. Because what is righteousness? Doing the covenant just the way Yeshua told us to. which includes the Sabbath day and the festivals, doing justice, loving mercy, not doing away with the list of rules, but embodying the list of rules and letting them shine like the menorah and be as in your face as the shofar sound is to your ear, piercing the ear to the glory of Elohim. Kavod, as I think, I think that starts with a kaf. Kaf bet dalet. Kavod. I gotta look that one up. But the point is, depending on how you spell it, it's the letters bet dalet mean alone or unique. As in, Adam was made and it wasn't good, it wasn't tov for Adam to be alone. The word alone is bet dalet vav, bado. It wasn't good that he was bado. Bad, bet dalet means alone, unique, one of a kind. So the thing is, to be the glory is like the kaf, the covering, which is like no other. The unique, one of a kind covering is the glory, is the of the his ways. Unique like no other. If this is the meaning of the alphabet, we're going to go to a break here in a minute. And we're going to go to the rest of Daniel and start looking at the verses and the words and say, applying this methodology, how do you take every word? If this is now that we can see that Yeshua is the covenant and the covenant is Yeshua, now we can kuf zadi. And if we can do that, then we can look at every other word in Daniel and say, what is it telling us? And I'll start off by reading the translation I have, and then we can tell you how you got there. So you'll see where this goes, because it just gets pretty weird compared to what we think it says. Well, anyway, it's time to change the film.